Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to this week episode of I Want All the Smoke. Hey, I'm your boy, the host of Cigars, and I'm back. I told you I was gonna come back, man. Had to take me a little break. Flew out to Cancun for my birthday, had a ball. And so I'm back. I'm back. Got more people to talk to. Got a lot of exciting things going on. Contacted a lot of dope people in the game. So, man, this show right here, it's gonna be pretty dope, man, because the system I'm talking to today, she got a lot going on. And matter of fact, I ain't even gonna talk about it. I'm gonna let her talk about it. So without further ado, let me just bring her back into the room because she's been hanging out. She's been patiently waiting on me all day long. Because I had a lot of things going on and it's my bad. I totally apologize. So waiting on Miss Evie, and she is here. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Miss Evie Harris, hey, the draw queen herself, on me today. Miss Evie, how you doing today?
I'm good. How you doing?
Oh man, I'm doing good. I've been running around, and I apologize for the delay. I see you have an extravagant ash going on there.
It's a great cigar. I'm trying to see how long I can get it.
Oh,
I'm doing pretty good.
hey, you know what? I gave up. I gave up. I don't have the patience anymore. I just let it go. I'm done with. I'm not doing it anymore.
The crazy thing is, I tapped it a couple of times before and it wouldn't fall. So I said, okay, well, let's see how long it'll go.
Okay, okay. So what you smoking on?
Forte Libre by Greg Free.
Okay.
Yes.
What you think
So,
about it so far?
oh no, I love it. I'm his brand. I'm one of those are one of the companies that I represent. I'm his brand ambassador.
Oh, okay.
So I this cigar is called the Midnight Vendor.
Uh-huh.
It's a San Andreas Double Agero.
Okay.
And it's really, really good.
All right, right on. So you and cigars, um,
Yeah.
cigar lounge, brand ambassador. How'd you go about it? What got you into this game and how long you been in the game?
So 2012, 2013, I got out of the military and I met my ex-fiance. He was retired Navy.
Okay.
So he introduced me to cigars. He said, sit down with me. Let's do this. I want to introduce you to something. He
Okay.
had three cigars, a bottle of wine, and I fell in love.
Hmm. Every time I ask that question, it always had to be with a significant other that had something to do with it.
Yeah, because I didn't have anybody in my circle. The only person that smoked cigars in my family was my uncle,
Hmm.
and I always loved the smell of it. But he was the only one on both sides of my family that smoked cigars.
Okay.
So when he introduced it to me, I was like, I can do this. I didn't
Right.
smoke anything else, really, but it was like I fell in love.
Right on. So, you said so you got out of the military. What branch?
Army,
Oh, I forgive you for it. I forgive you.
you forgive me.
I forgive you.
You
I
don't
forgive you.
have to.
I forgive you. Okay, everybody can't be a Marine. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you.
That was my next choice. But my best friend at the time wanted to do the buddy system,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the brand he picked.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, I made it. He didn't. I was sorry about that, but I mean, between the Army, Navy, and the Marines, that's what I wanted to do.
Okay. So how much time did you actually spend in the army?
I didn't spend that long, probably about a year and a half,
Uh-huh.
because of my health, and
Okay.
they brought me up because of my health. So
Okay.
I
All
wish
right.
I could have stayed in. Definitely wish I could have stayed in. I loved it.
Right on. No biggie. So what are you doing now? I mean, so with the we had the cigars. I know you're doing the lounge thing. How was
Yeah.
um how was it all working out? You went back, you started out with, your fiance got you into cigars. What was like the first cigar he got that you started smoking?
So we sat on the porch. Let's see, I had the Master Blend 3
Mm-hmm.
Cohiba Commodore, and I could never remember this one, but I just found it at CI International, and it's the HR. I
Yeah.
don't know if I can see it.
Okay, I can see it.
So yes. those were my three first cigars on the porch that day.
Oh, so you came out the gate running.
Yes.
It wasn't nothing sweet, nothing light. You came out the gate running.
Running.
How was that?
It was amazing.
Really?
I enjoyed it. I think I felt so good. I went in the house, I cooked a full course meal and three desserts.
Oh, so hey, so you was high.
I felt so good.
So after that, the initial experience with the cigar and going, you
Yeah.
that's when you saw that, okay, this is it. This is for me. This is what I'm gonna continue to do. So what was the journey like after that? How did you go from give us, when I say us, give us the people of how you went from those three cigars to where you are now. What transition between that time period?
So when I first started out, I just went with him to different lounges. I was in North Carolina at the time, but my journey didn't truly start until I moved back to Virginia,
Mm-hmm.
probably about 2016, maybe.
Okay.
And that's when I hit the ground running. At the time, I was only smoking Gurkha. I was a Gurkha girl for a long time.
Okay.
So I started working in a cigar lounge. I started in Norfolk. And I said, okay, I'm working here. I feel like I should know a little bit more about cigars.
Uh-huh.
So I gave myself a task. Each day I picked three different cigars until I had everything in the humidor.
So the lounges, how'd you get into the lounges?
So I would go into one of the lounges was my daily lounge. We would go in there, watch TV, watch movies on Netflix, and I was always smoking. They wanted help and they needed someone who already knew cigars instead of hiring somebody who didn't know cigars. They
Right.
needed someone to speak to the cigar community because they did cigars, hookahs, cigarettes, and all that kind of stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
they needed someone working for them that knew the cigars. So
Okay.
they gave the opportunity, asked me if I would like to work for them. And I did. And that started my platform.
Okay.
I worked for them. I actually worked with a cigar and coffee shop. We turned a trolley into a cigar lounge. I'm a hell of a barista.
Okay.
But yes, that started my platform. They got me in the door with the lounges. And then I was introduced to another the coffee shop. He had cigars, and I just met so many people. And I love to take pictures, so I love to do product marketing.
Okay.
I love to take pictures, so people picked up on that. Different lounges, different cigar companies picked up on that. So that was my platform.
Okay. So tell me, what is it like for you being a sister to leave in the game, do anything when folks come into the lounge? Because you help operate a lounge, correct?
Yes.
What are some of the things you advise them on when they come in? I know we get a lot of times we get a lot of new smokers in and whatnot. What are some of the things you take somebody through that's looking for a particular stick?
Okay, so new smokers, I don't necessarily like to start them out with sweet cigars. I wasn't started out that way. I was
Mm-hmm.
given an opportunity to say, hey, if you don't like this, I'll give you something else. Not just automatically started me out with something sweet, and I respected that.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to give other people the same respect. I'll say, do you want something mild and creamy, or do you want that infused flavor? Depending on if they've smoked before and they want that
Right.
same flavor,
Right.
or they've never smoked and they're open to different opportunities.
Okay.
So I start there and I go from there.
Right. So your recommendation level for somebody to come in, you gonna give them a full body and give them a medium.
Somebody, a new smoker,
Yeah, because you say you ain't giving that sweet.
I said something mild and creamy.
Okay, mild and creamy, mild and
Mild and
creamy.
creamy.
Okay.
I'll start them out there.
Uh-huh.
The coffee shop, for instance, the coffee shop that I worked at, we were big on Perdomo faces.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have the 10-year anniversary, and I would have the sun grown, the Connecticut and the sun grown. See, the Connecticut it's not too full body, but it does have that spice.
Right.
So that gives us the opportunity to say, I want something stronger. I'll go to the Maduro, or I want something milder, and I'll go down to the Connecticut.
Okay.
So I'll give them options. They'll either buy all three and try all three, or they'll just get the Connecticut and the Sungrown.
Right. Okay.
So I'll do it that way.
Got you. So the cigar culture.
Yes.
What is your take on the cigar culture? Now I see you doing a lot of dope stuff. So what is your take on the cigar culture?
I love it. So I wish we would come together more. I see different angles of the cigar culture. I
Okay.
see people working together, and I love it. But then I also see us divided in certain areas where if we were more connected to each other, then we could grow a lot faster.
Mm-hmm.
So I love the cigar community. I love the culture. I love the lifestyle. But I'm sitting back and I'm just observing, and I just see how we could improve and grow faster, grow more,
Right.
honestly.
Okay. So you and the nightlife with cigars. What is the nightlife with you and cigars? And I guess I like to ask a lot of avid cigar smokers, how many cigars you smoke a day, a week? You know, what's your pattern? What's your oh here we go. What's your pattern, your method, your desire when it comes to cigar? Now you start smiling like you probably doing a lot of them a day. What you got going on?
So before, I've done better. Before, especially when I worked at the started off working at the lounges, I would do at least six a day
Jesus.
because I start out at home. I don't work until maybe I might open. So if I
Uh-huh.
open, I love my morning cigar. Morning
Mm-hmm.
cigar with coffee. Or if I do the afternoon shift, I always get up and I have a cup of coffee and I have my cigar. So I start out before or during work. And
Okay.
then when I get home, I want to relax after the day because you're working, you're still enjoying what you're doing, but you can't truly relax until you get home.
Right.
Or once you have the chance to just sit down and enjoy your cigar. So I'll
Okay.
come home, relax and enjoy my cigar when I got home too. So
So
I was up to, I think I've gotten up to seven or eight.
wow. I
I've
don't think
done
I don't think I got that far. I think my match was like four.
four.
Yeah, I think I'm matched for 6, 7, 8. Good God, oh man, that's a lot of herping throughout the day. That's a whole lot of herping.
But another thing that I like to do with my customers, especially new smokers, is I'll sit down with them. I have the opportunity to be able to sit down with my new smokers, sit down
Mm-hmm.
with them. I'll have the same cigar with them, and we'll go through the cigar together, see what they taste, and if they like it and dislike it, see what we compare with. Because the coffee shop we also were connected to a restaurant. So
Mm-hmm.
I got the opportunity either to choose their coffee for them to pair with the cigar or choose a liquor for them for the cigar. So I did both of those.
Okay,
So I sat down with them. So yeah, I smoked a lot because I smoked with a lot of new smokers. I smoked with everybody. So
that's what's up. I mean, that's beautiful. That's the thing. I ain't mad at you. Maybe one day when I'm grown up, I'll be able to get to 8 cigars a day. So I wanna ask you about this select draw
yes,
cutter poker. What is this? What is the select draw thing you got?
select draw.
And who is that by? Now, is that yours? Is it who is that by?
So this is by Mark Alton. He's the inventor, the creator, the master behind it, the scientist behind Select Draw. So it looks like a chess piece, all of them, except for one that they have, looks like they have one in the shape of a golf tee.
Okay.
But it's just a new way to experience your cigar. It's a new cutter. I'm all about my accessories. I love accessories.
Okay.
This right here, this gives you a new avenue because you can either punch your cigar completely and
Uh-huh.
smoke it that way. You can do a straight cut, V cut punch, and then do the side draws, and it opens up the cigar in your mouth. It's a phenomenal experience.
Really?
Yes. So when I worked at the coffee shop in Cigar Lounge, one of his guys came through with the product, got into
Mm-hmm.
the shop, and I liked it. I loved it. and I didn't meet him until maybe about maybe 2, 3 years later.
Uh-huh.
So met him, and it just went from there. He just saw all of my pictures. Just I kept posting, and then eventually he came down to meet me in person,
Right.
and he asked me if I would be his brand ambassador.
That's pretty dope right there. That's all
I
right.
love it. But
Man,
this
I
is
I keep
cool.
seeing them, and I see how they poke like that. Maybe one of these days I'm at the I said when I grow up, I'm at to get me one of those.
You definitely should.
So what is
It's
it?
worth the hat.
So what is it like in the because you're in Virginia Beach, right?
Yes, I'm in Virginia Beach, so I'm all over the 7 cities because I work in Suffolk, but I
Okay.
live in Virginia Beach. So
Okay. So what is it like? What is the cigar vibe like in in that area?
the cigar for me, sometimes it just depends on what you're into. You have different lounges, um, restaurants that allow you to smoke on the patio. So
Hmm.
during the summertime, that's a great place to go if the lounge doesn't have an outside area.
Okay.
I'm an outside person. I love to smoke outside. So during the summertime, springtime, I want to be in the open air.
Right.
With time, there are great lounges out here. I would like to see more in the area. For me, smoking a cigar is relaxing.
Right.
I want to hear more jazz music. I want to hear more live music. They play other music, and sometimes, like my wind down Wednesdays, it's not. It turns into like live DJ. But
Okay.
during the day at the lounge, we play jazz all day long.
Hmm.
We'll cut the TV on and put it on mute so you can watch whatever you want to watch.
Right.
But we play jazz all day long, and then wind down Wednesday, that 5 p.m. mark, we do the DJ.
Okay.
I like to relax while smoking my cigar.
Right.
Certain areas you have that DJ music all day long,
Yeah.
and with me coming off of work, that's not what I want.
Hmm.
I want to get off work. I want to relax. I want to just calm, have a sip, have a smoke, and relax.
So it's crazy that you say that because I was just talking to a couple of my club brothers and sisters yesterday, and that's one of the things we talked about is the the vibe of the lounge. I truly I'm a relaxing person. I like to sit back, I relax, kick back, and smoke my cigar.
Yes.
Um, I'm not truly a big fan of the cigar lounge club feel, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Music can be okay, but and you may get up every now and then, do a two step here and there every now and then and whatnot. But with the whole night is just a party.
Yeah.
To me, I could have went to the nightclub for that if I want to do all that. But to
Yeah.
me, a cigar lounge, and most people would agree, most people would disagree with that. It's that relaxing piece. Like I said,
Mm,
you get off of work, hey, you want to go by, fire your stick up, kick your feet up, watch a little TV, listen to some jazz music. And I'm a huge jazz lover. Um, and just sit back and relax and enjoy it because that's your piece right there. That is your piece. Hey,
definitely.
DJ come and thing get crunk. Hey, I done had about two sticks and a drink. I can go to the house after that. Oh, I mean, I ain't gotta stick around for, but I think the cigar community has a whole lot to offer, and of course,
Yeah.
you got different mindsets. Everybody gonna come from different backgrounds. We're gonna make it to what we wanted, whether we want to have the vibing club scene or the relaxing jazz scene or whatever the case may be. But the good part about it that it all allow us to have our own individual takes and perspectives on what that lounge should be for, and that's why they all set up different, I guess.
Yes. That's
So,
you don't have to go to just one specific lounge.
right,
I'm glad there's many in the area so that if you feel a certain type of way, you want that music, you can go to that lounge. If you want
exactly,
that relaxation, you can go to that lounge.
right.
If you want that outside area, you can go to that restaurant or that lounge that
Hmm.
has that patio.
Right.
Yeah, I'm grateful for that in this area.
Hmm. So tell me about your home lounge. Tell me about Suffolk,
North Suffolk Cigar
North
Lounge.
Suffolk Cigar Lounge. Tell me about
Yes.
North Suffolk Cigar Lounge.
I love it. From the first time I walked in that lounge, it's like you're walking into your home.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're walking into your man cave.
Mm-hmm.
Walking there, it just feels relaxing. It just the atmosphere is just calming.
Right.
And then we have the VIP upstairs.
Oh, y'all doing it like that? Mhm.
Yeah, we have a VIP membership
Oh, yeah.
upstairs.
Oh, y'all got y'all pinkies up there, huh?
Just
Just a tad. Oh. Hey, those common folks. Hey, what a club for the common folks.
but yes, the VIP lounge is up top. We have the membership. It's very nice up there. Complimentary coffee and waters, lockers, and things of that nature.
Okay.
Private fees for the members upstairs. But the lounge itself, great selection, great owners, and the way they run the shop,
Right.
it makes it easy to work there. It makes it easy to go there. You go there and they help everybody, they support everybody, and it's just a loving atmosphere.
Okay. So for
It's
the
what that cigar company needs. I mean,
okay.
cigar needs.
Okay. So for your members, what all comes with the membership package?
So membership package comes with your locker, your key fob. You have to get a key fob to go up. It comes with your if I'm not mistaken, 15% discount
Okay.
on your cigars. So whenever you purchase your cigars or accessories in the lounge, you get that 15% discount.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm not sure if he was still doing like the cigars with the purchase or not,
Okay.
but if I'm mistaken, is the 15% discount. Um, you get notice of all the events that's going on. You get,
Right.
of course, the VIP events only.
Right.
So all the
So
perks, all the bells and whistles.
so the members' lockers are upstairs in the VIP.
Yes,
And you say you gotta have a key fob.
yes.
Man, y'all doing it real big. Shoot. Hey, y'all doing it real big up there. Um, that's pretty dope. We have our own home lounge and whatnot. Same thing with lounge. We have our lockers and whatnot. When it comes to your members, we all have expectations. What are your expectations for your members?
For my members, just definitely. So as far as the lounge goes, take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go in there and it looks like you wrecked your home or you
Mm-hmm.
wrecked your home for that matter. If you treat your home nice, treat it as if it's your home. If you
Right.
don't treat your home nice, treat it like it's someone else's and take care of
Thank you.
it.
Thank you. Thank you. That's very huge. Actually, you know what that shows when you do that. That shows respect for
Yeah,
respect for the lounge owner. They don't leave much for you to have to do at the end of the day when you're closing down a shop. Y'all say I'm sorry, a lounge. You closing the lounge down. But in your area though, how many lounges are in the area? Because down here, Metro Atlanta, we have lounges. It's a new lounge here, new lounge there. So how many lounges are actually around in your area?
so in my area, we have Emerson's. Emerson's has maybe about 3 or 4 shops around the area on this side of the water, and
Mm-hmm.
they're in the peninsula also. I think they have 1 or 2 on the other side as well.
Okay.
Have Smoke Shack. They have many different shops, but as far as sit down lounges, I think 3 or 4 major lounges that they have. And then you have the new up and coming Magoo's downtown Norfolk. That's right on the waterfront. He's in a great area also.
Okay.
You have Makers. Oh, Emerson's is connected to Maker's Mark, so that's a brewery with food trucks. So it's it's quite a few on this side,
Uh-huh.
but it's all chained. It's chained.
Okay.
So you go to one, it's not like you're going to all because different ones have different atmospheres.
Right.
You go to Smoke Shack and it's not like the other one. One
Okay.
feels like they have one that's like you feel like you need to walk in with a suit, and then the other one you can just feel like you can come straight from work and have a cigar.
Gotcha.
So
So what's your take on that? How do you how do you feel about when it comes to lounge attire? So you asking all these, you making all these leading questions. See, oh, so when it comes to what's your take on lounge attire? How do you feel about that situation when it comes to lounge attire?
Now, if it's a lounge that, if it's an exclusive lounge all the way around, and it's your upscale exclusive lounge, and they have a dress code, cool. But as far as a regular lounge, I feel that it's like come as you are.
Mm-hmm.
If you need to come in right after work to get your sticks, come in. If you need to come in right after work and sit down and have a cigar, come in.
Right.
But it could be a dress code,
Right.
unless it's that specific lounge. Again, an exclusive lounge, or there's an event for that evening,
Mm-hmm.
and you have a dress code, or you have an event you want to dress according to that event.
Right. Okay. But you get again, I get a lot of different views or not. Some people feel that it should be a always everyday dress ready occasion. For me, on the other hand, hey, if I want to just put this shirt right here on and some shorts and maybe some flip flops from time to time, because it's a comfort level, I think you should be able to have some in most cases, and there's lounge out there that allow you to just come in and just be comfortable and relax because it's sometimes I'm like a status quo. Um to like, okay, well, who's the best dressed? Who got the best blazer on? Who has the best brim on? Who has this? Who has that? And sometimes it is a status quo with most people. But I just, I want to be able to kick back and relax. Hey, I throw a fedora on Fedora Friday, but I still want to be able to be comfortable and relax. So coming to relaxing, you guys not too long. Did you guys have one? Did you guys have a cigar week up there?
Um, Not necessarily. Well, they did. They do have the Virginia Herb. They
Okay.
started doing a few years back. We had the Virginia Herb, and then
Mm-hmm.
of course different clubs have different events
Mm-hmm.
throughout the year. So we have a lot of those. We don't really have cigar weeks
Right.
like that, but we do have the Virginia Herb. That's big since probably about this is the third or fourth year.
Uh-huh.
But as far as cigar weeks, we don't really have one.
Okay.
You'll have somebody do an event. It may be like a 3 or 4 day event this week or this month, and then you'll have a different club do something else. We
Mm-hmm.
have clubs in the area who sponsor different events. So
Okay. So you're at your lounge, and I say your lounge because you're a part of that lounge.
yeah,
So you're hosting Wild Down Wednesdays.
yes.
What other events are you hosting?
So any cutting lights, I help with all events.
Mm-hmm.
So if we have offshore, not offshore, off-site events,
Okay.
we have someone who does the off-site events. I do. I help with the reps that come in, the cutting lights and things of that nature. If it's a company that I represent, I don't have to work for that evening. I just come and I represent that company.
Right.
So
So when it comes to sticks,
yes,
and everybody they stump, what would be your go-to cigar?
that's hard for me because,
Mm,
and that's hard because again, I was a Gurkha girl for many years, but once I ventured out, it wasn't like I had a go-to. I because at first LFD was my go-to.
okay.
Then I worked at a different lounge who had a larger selection, and Arturo Fuente and Padron. I enjoyed those,
Right.
but I don't have a necessary go-to cigar because I've gotten more into boutique cigars now. With me representing a lot of boutique cigar companies,
Right.
I've gotten more into boutique sticks.
Okay.
So to venture out, I really don't have a go-to at this point
Right.
because also with me working at lounges, I try many different cigars to help. The shop owners look to my opinion also to see what we should put on the shelves.
Okay.
So I
So
smoke different things.
let's see how I can figure this one out. I'm gonna get you to tell me. You gonna give me one. You go,
Give
okay.
you one.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. A breakfast cigar. What would if you had a breakfast cigar that you say, well, this would be my breakfast cigar every day. There it is.
Forte Libre, Sun Country. It's a Connecticut shade wrap, but it's a San Andreas filler.
Okay.
And it's not that papery taste. And
Mm-hmm.
again, I don't like Connecticut's, but this has so much flavor in it. And it's a boutique cigar and it trumps so many. I've had people say, I like this cigar over such and such Connecticut. This is a great coffee cigar for me, breakfast
Okay.
cigar. If I can start with this, although this was my breakfast cigar for this morning, it was a medium to full body stick.
Uh-huh.
But if I could smoke daily for my breakfast cigar, it would be the Sun Country
Okay.
from K Libre. It's an easy smoke. It's really, really, all of his cigars are very complex. So you can taste each leaf as you're smoking. It's a great experience,
Mm-hmm.
honestly. But that's a great stick to have.
Okay.
So to answer your question, that could be my go-to morning cigar stick.
So when you talk about complexity, because that's I think that's the first time I've heard this when I as I since I've been doing this. Let's talk about complexity and what does that mean to you?
So for me, when I'm smoking a cigar, it's not a flat taste, or it's not just okay, this is a good cigar. No, it's like having a party. It's like a party mix in your mouth. You
Okay.
can taste all the different flavors. It's jumping out at you. You can pinpoint, oh, that is you got that nutty flavor there. You got the spice there, the earth there. You can actually taste the cocoa, the complex of the cigar. It's just that for me because I love to enjoy the experience, whether
Right.
it's food, liquor, cigars. I love to enjoy the experience.
Okay.
So when I'm having a cigar, I had somebody say, when you smoke your cigar, make love to your cigar. Enjoy it, take it slow. I said, okay, I can do that.
Right.
I
Yeah.
can do
I
that.
think for most of us, we all do that because we want to truly enjoy that cigar, pick up everything that we pick up from that cigar,
Yes.
which is to me is very vital. That
You
you
can
go,
use it as a number too.
okay, okay, so let draw. Okay, draw queen. Okay. So so when you talk about the wines,
Mhm.
um, the liquors or whatnot,
Yes.
when you're pairing your sticks,
Mhm.
okay, um, what wine do you really prefer? Whether it's red or white, or when it comes to liquors,
Mhm.
what's your blend? What's your flavor?
So and again, it depends on the cigar. I would love to get my sommelier um, certification,
Okay.
tobacconist. So depending on the cigar, like I'm smoking this San Andreas Maduro Double Agera.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I might pair with something lighter to drink with. I might, if I do a wine, it might be a white wine.
Okay.
But today I paired it with the Bordeaux
Mm-hmm.
red, and it's
Okay.
amazing. It's an
Okay.
amazing. So it just depends. I can go back and forth. It just depends with my liquors. I like a oak taste
Right.
in my liquors.
Okay.
It just depends on what I'm smoking. And sometimes when I have had the cigar and I've had the liquor, I can say, okay, I know I want that liquor, that bourbon, that scotch
Right.
with this cigar.
Right.
Rum, because I've had a lot of rums. I love bamboo. I love Kanish. It's a Panamanian rum in a red
Mm-hmm.
box called Kanish. I love that rum. I will swear by that rum.
Okay. Okay. I'm at to
So
find that one. That dog going
it's
crazy, dog. Dog barking. Must be the pizza guy. Um, so it's when you say your scotches, Bourbons. I, I'm a bit. I love Scotch. I love Scotch. I do bourbons, but I just sometimes the bourbons just don't truly work for me. Um, a lot of bourbons hit harder than others, and when I wake up in the middle of the morning like, damn, what the hell did I just do? Oh yeah, I remember. I had like 3 or 4 glasses of bourbon at the damn lounge. That's what happened. But I like Scotch because to me, Scotch is it's smoother.
Clean.
It's clean. It's clean.
Yes.
Um, and it just works for me. I know everybody got their own taste buds, their flavors or not. And then I do cognacs. I don't know,
Oh,
I've never I can't turn down
yeah.
my cognacs, but um, the cognacs are really I found one that has been a go to for me. I just can't. I haven't been with anything else. But I hate Hennessy. Okay,
I hate Hennessy. Oh, no.
everybody that watched this, I'm telling you right now, and you can subscribe or unsubscribe or give me a
Right.
thumbs down or whatever case may be. I'm gonna tell you right now, the cigarologist, hate Hennessy.
The draw queen hates Hennessy.
I don't care which brand it is, whether it's privilege. I do not like Hennessy. Hennessy to me tastes like I don't know,
Battery acid.
terrible
Battery acid.
battery acid. It just so hey, to all you Hennessy drinkers, enjoy. Me, I'm gonna
Cheers.
drink this down. Cheers. Cheers. Hats off to you. They're saying in my Mexican prana, salud. So what are the plans for you? I see you, and I think I said been following for a while, and then I see you're growing. So what are the plans for you as you go on about this this cigar journey, this lifestyle? What is the plan? What's the end goal?
So my plan, I'll probably stick more than likely, I'll stick with North Suffolk for a while. Again, they treat me like family. They call me their daughter.
Mm-hmm.
They just like it's I'll stick with them for a while, but I would like to grow Wind Down Wednesday. On the off seasons, I'll find different events to do
Okay.
more so inside, um, because until the weather gets extremely cold.
Oh yeah, I know.
So
I know. I have
um,
a daughter at Virginia Tech. I know.
so I would like for my event to grow. I'm not into trying to do like a Virginia Herp or anything like that. I
Mm-hmm.
like to keep it small, but as far as I love representing different companies. I love
Okay.
representing different cigar companies. So brokerage, being a rep for
Okay.
different cigar companies, because as I'm representing, showing pictures and things of that nature, I'm also selling their cigars.
Right.
Why not
Right.
become one? So, and there, everyone knows that I represent a different company. So they're okay with me representing that other company, which makes it easier.
Okay.
And I don't have a set contract. Oh, you can't go with that company because we have a contract.
Right.
Everyone knows that I represent this other company or that other company.
Okay.
So I just want to grow, I would like to grow that. The companies that I represent so far, I'm just trying to expand them, grow them in different areas. Puerto Rico Cigar Week, Select Draw. The I'm being featured in Puerto Rico Cigar Week
Okay.
in September. Mark and I are going to Puerto Rico Cigar Week. That's one of my biggest events.
Okay.
Certain events I focus on, and certain events I don't. I have this. I'm analyzing everything in my head.
Okay.
So, is this event going to take me where I need to go?
Mm-hmm.
Meeting these people, I want to. I'm shaking. I want to shake hands with the right people, genuine people,
Right.
not shaking hands with the devil or just shaking hands just to get people.
Right.
That's not one.
Right.
I would like to grow, but in a different way. Um,
Okay.
I I'm ready to go to the next level. So I have some things in the works. I don't want to speak on it just yet,
I understand.
but when it comes out, I'll say, hey, let's do a release or something like that.
Hey, that's and I hope everything comes to fruition. And, we all have plans and goals. Of course, I have things I'm working on, and I hope come to fruition. I think looking at 2023 to be a very big year. I can't believe I said 2023. Wow, um,
Right.
wow, that's crazy. Jesus, and I just, of course, just celebrating a birthday, and coming back. I think my birthday vacation kind of gave me a different
Yes.
outlook on what I want to do and how I want to grow things and whatnot. And um, I definitely want to grow more into this industry, but I want to take my time. I'm not looking to get well. I'm looking to grow, but I just I want to make sure I maintain my humbleness as I continue to grow and go along. And for
Right.
me, that's one of the most important parts. So, with you and your most memorable cigar moment, because you've been smoking for how long now? About
It's going on 11.
Jeez. Okay. So, what out of those 11 years, what would be your most memorable cigar moment?
I have two.
Okay.
I have two. When I first started, that moment, that first cigar that I had took a puff of because it started my journey.
Right.
And also thanking Bob and MB at North Suffolk Cigar Lounge because I've always had, I'm the draw queen, long leaf the queen. Um, and I had an event 2018, 2019. I wanted to do an event. I've always planned Sticks and Roses.
Okay.
They need the opportunity to bring that to life. And that's how Wind Down Wednesday started.
Mm-hmm.
Sticks and Roses was such a success and they loved it. They said, why not do this every other Wednesday?
Okay.
And it was awesome. It's
Right
been
on.
awesome.
Right on.
So that's been my
So,
memorable moment.
so the name Draw Queen.
Yes.
How did you come about being the Draw Queen?
Well, as far as select draw, also, but the amount of smoke that I can get from out of my cigars.
So, so I guess you have great lungs.
I do.
Man, makes sense. Make plenty of sense. The name like Draw Queen, it really sticks out and stands out. Um, which is to me, could be the name of a stick line, apparel line, which
Mhm.
I'm apparel line. Do you have apparel?
I don't, not yet,
Okay.
not yet. That's coming too.
Yeah. Later on down the road in the future. Okay. But yeah, the draw queen, it really it just jumps out at you like, dang, she calls herself the draw queen. I mean, she gotta be official in the game. Right on. I can dig it. So what's the weekend plans? What you got going on this weekend? Next couple of days, I know you say you working at the lounge and whatnot in this football season. Um,
Right.
um, I'm pretty sure the lounge gets packed with college football and Sunday and of course Monday night football. How's that fit into your schedule? I mean, I know it's a lot of work you got going on.
Not so much. Um, well, my weekend, I have Battle of the Beers on Saturday.
Okay.
So I'm representing a select draw
All
for
right.
Battle. My brother, he's a master coffee roaster, and
Really?
he has his own cigar line. So he'll have the cigars. I'll have select draw. So that'll be on Saturday. But
Okay.
my main will be tomorrow for One Down Wednesday,
Wind
and it's
down
also
Wednesday.
birthday. So happy birthday, Ma! I love you.
Happy birthday, mom. So how's that balance between, working and then, going from work and then going to the lounge? I mean, how does it balance out? I mean, I know it gotta be some days it gotta be, gotta be a toll on you.
Sometimes, but I work at night. I work at the hospital at night
Uh-huh.
from 11 to 7:30, or if they need me a little longer, I'll stay a little longer, but giving myself enough time to take a nap or come home, relax, unwind, and I'll go to the lounge. I work from 2 to 8 at the lounge.
Okay. Okay.
So I'll 8 o'clock, I'll go home, get ready for the night, and then just go right back up and do it again.
You know, and big shout out to you, to your hospital workers, whatnot. Man, I know these past couple years, it's been really been rough on us. So I would tell you my hat is off to you and everybody else in that community because it was I know these past couple years has been a challenge um for hospital staffs and everything. So appreciate y'all. Appreciate you. So I look at me, cigars, everybody else out there that's doing the cigar thing, and I think there's a lot of people out there doing a lot of great things when it comes to cigar, whether it's putting together their own stick, um, putting together a whether it's a wine or a liquor, a beer, doing apparel, doing the KSB. So, and I think it's giving a lot of people a good opportunity to venture out and grow and create their own spin to what it is to be in the cigar industry. You know, Scott tell people all the time, there's other people out there like me that's doing the YouTube videos and this, that, and other whatnot, but we all got our own spin on, what we do when it comes to cigars. It's just my vice is I like running my mouth and talking to people. So, and it works for me. I tell people all the time I had no plans of doing this. I had a buddy of mine that just kept pushing me and pushing me and pushing me and pushing me, and next thing you know, here I am a year later, still doing and still growing. And like I said, hopefully I can be my platform continue to grow and be even bigger.
Okay. It shall.
Mm.
It definitely shall.
So where go ahead, I'm sorry.
Question.
Go ahead.
Do you have a robe?
Do I have a robe?
Yes.
Like a bathrobe? Like
A robe.
no, I ain't got
So,
no I don't have a robe.
okay. Well, I do smoking robes. And I invited Coco Cigar Cutie as well.
Okay.
But I'm telling people I'm gonna start doing Zoom calls and lives, and we just come on in your robe, nothing sexual,
Right.
nothing too creepy, but something nice. Wear your robe. We'll sit down, have a coffee and a cigar. If it's
Okay.
evening, wine, liquor, whatever you want to have, sit down, have a conversation like now. If we
Right.
have if we have somebody up there that has a product, they can speak about their product.
Okay.
If they have a business, they can speak about their business. But we'll just smoking robes.
Okay.
That's my new event.
Okay.
Smoking robes.
So I got a couple of ascots upstairs. So I get me a old robe, a little ascot on,
Yeah.
Hey, I might break out the pipe for that. So I could be like,
Yes.
yeah, probably have some set of cigarologist on it. Yeah, I could get with that'd be dope. And that's what I talk about, when they talk about spins and doing things different. I mean, that's the first of me hearing somebody say, let's do a smoking robes. Yeah, I mean that'd be hot. Yeah, let me know. I gonna pick me on robe up. I get on, little cup of coffee, little stick, mingle. Hey, put my pinky in there, mingle with the rich folk. And I gotta
You
I will tell you, I do not have a lick of sense.
know what?
I don't think I was even born with it. Never came close. I just like to have fun, as you can see. But yeah, that will be a hot event. I mean, that would be definitely a hot event. If you did it, what would you do it like via YouTube or IG, or how would you do it?
So I'll start off. So I need to learn how to and to get a YouTube channel. I would love a YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I have a on Facebook. I have a Smoke and Rose page, and
Okay.
um, we'll do Zoom, and I just need to learn how to link it to the page. Or we'll do one day. I'll just do a live,
Right.
and I just don't know what platform allows multiple people. I know IG only allows 4 people, but I like Zoom because you can have more than 4.
Right.
And if people want to join in, we can join in, and then I can broadcast it later
Okay. Okay.
or have it live stream.
So Zoom does give you the option to if you want to um do it, how do I say, if you want to buy, are you doing using Zoom? If you want to share it to Facebook while you're doing it, it does have the option whether you want to share it to Facebook or whether you want to share it to YouTube. Um the YouTube thing is really it's actually fairly easy. You just got to get on the account and start buying all this doggone buying all this equipment. Once you get all the equipment together, then you know it takes time, but eventually once you get it all together, you'll have. Okay, so yeah, we're back on. Yeah, the so the Zoom piece is really easy. Um, the YouTube piece is really easy. You just got to build the once you set it up and just start uploading your videos and adding your covers or whatnot, just take it longer. But once you get it, man, it's in you start putting it out there, you know, people start subscribing and this, that, and the other. And it's actually it's a to me the experience of it, we got get people to start, you know, I'm talking to people that I never met before when I do these and I put them out there. And you know, the biggest thing I feared, um, and be like, man, somebody gonna bash me for saying this or bash me for saying that. But actually, you know, you get a lot of good comments. And the other part about it is when you release it, there's a live chat feature to where you can actually, as it's going along, you sit there and the people start chatting and communicating along while the video going. So it's really good. It'll be a really good avenue, really good avenue. But it just takes a little bit of time, a little bit of patience on that. Hey, that's my wife. She just got home from work.
Hello.
Hello.
That is the draw queen.
I can't hear because you got the.
No, I'm telling you, that is the draw queen, and she's in Virginia Beach,
Virginia Beach.
Virginia Beach. Yes, and she helps operate a lounge, Suffolk, Suffolk Cigars. So, yeah, she's official.
I didn't know you.
Game is growing.
The other way.
That's all good. Turn this way.
Nice.
Hey, everybody, for y'all watching, that's Mrs. Cigarologist.
Hello, Queen.
As you can see, well, I don't have any liquor sense because she's come part of her. All right. But yeah, but it's a really the journey is once you get into it, you start doing it, I'm telling you, you Lord, you grow your audience. The biggest part is, and the thing with, you know, a lot of time folks don't want to subscribe to a YouTube channel. But it just it's your channel. You know, you doing your thing. You putting out into the world of what you have going on. And it's like I said, it's been for me, it's been a hell of a ride. So if you're gonna do it, go ahead and do it. I'll whatever you need from me, let me know, and I'll give you whatever secret sauce I got.
Much appreciated, definitely.
No problem, no problem. So like I said, it's been a pleasure. I know I reached out to you a couple weeks ago and that, and like I said, birthday came along. You know, I'm still celebrating. September is a month-long celebration for me.
Happy.
Thank you. Getting on up there. I'm getting to be an old man, but it's all good. But like I said, it's been truly to reach out to you and see what you're doing. I think you got a lot going on. I think you're going to be the plans you have. They're definitely going to come to fruition. Seeing the images of the lounge is dope. He do a lot of dope things. One of the other part about it is I want to be able to get the contact information of the cigars you repping, the draws and whatnot, so we be able to put the information out there so folks can start, hey, hitting you up for these hit me up for the cigars, hit me up for the cutters. Definitely gonna get one myself. I want to be part of the cool kids. So I'm definitely
Awesome.
gonna definitely gonna get that when I order my robe. And then we gonna go from there.
Sounds good. That's awesome.
Right. So anything else, Miss Evie, you want to say to the folks out there in YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, whatever lands there is out there?
No, I just want to thank you for having me on and thank you for everybody for watching and supporting me, especially those who supported me from the very beginning. I have those who've been in my corner from the very beginning, so I definitely appreciate those. And thank you for everybody's support.
Right on. So, ladies and gentlemen, hey, this is Miss Evie Harris, also known as the Draw Queen. So make sure you get it right when you shout at Draw Queen. Now make sure you get out there and follow her on Instagram because she has a lot of great content that she put out there. The style she has is different, and she's the only one that I've seen with the select draw cutters that do it the way she does it. I don't think anybody can do it the way she do it. I mean, it's pretty doggone dope. So if you ain't checked it out yet, make sure you take the opportunity to check it out. All right. So other than that, hey y'all, we gonna be out. Like I always tell y'all, man. One thing I want you to focus on is that there's people out there going through stuff every day. You never know what somebody's going through. All it takes sometimes is a simple hello, and it could change the diversity of somebody's day. Just instantly, man. But don't hold grudges. Let it go. Hey, get up in the morning, your eyes open up, your feet hit the floor. You've been blessed already, so don't hold a grudge. It's anything can be settled with a phone call or a conversation. Right. That's how we live our life, and that's how we should go about it every day. Right. So again, this is your boy, the cigarologist, with Miss Evie Harris, the draw queen. Until next time, y'all do what y'all do. Keep it smoking, and we out. Peace.
Peace.